Hi, I'm Kirsten Taylor from Sleep Drops. But before I was a sleep specialist, I was just a mum to a beautiful baby boy that didn't sleep properly. In fact, he woke me nearly 5 times a night, and after 18 months of that, I was literally nearly crazy. I'm sure I don't need to tell you the impact it had on my life: exhaustion, overwhelm, inability to remember things, loss of libido. It was impacting on many aspects of my life. Looking back, it's easy to see what I could have done differently, but when you're in the thick of it, well, it's hard, I know. But don't worry, I've dedicated the last 13 years of my life to helping people young and old sleep better. Today, I'm going to talk through what I've learned from supporting literally thousands of babies and families to sleep better. I'll be sharing my top sleep tips for babies, as well as talking through other health considerations which may be impacting on your baby's sleep. Every family will have its own philosophy, and you don't have to agree with everything I say. I just want to start the discussion with you so that you can have time to think it through and work out what fits for your family. I created this list of tips and advice over 10 years whilst in clinic consulting with newborns and toddlers experiencing sleeping issues. They've helped many littlies and parents find relief and harmony, and I hope you too will find them helpful to improve your little one's sleep patterns. Today, I will share with you 10 different considerations or mini topics, followed by some other lifestyle factors that may be impacting on your ability to get your baby to sleep. And we'll also talk about environmental factors and whether what your child is eating is impacting on their sleep. Birth experience. How your baby was born may have a huge impact on how your baby sleeps. If your baby's time in the birth canal was too short, then their cranial rhythms, which are sending messages from the nervous system down your baby's spine to their organs, may not have been initiated properly. Conversely, if their time in the birth canal was too long, the cranial bones may be jammed, and therefore the cranial rhythms may also be compromised. This also applies to ventouse and forceps deliveries as well. And if your baby was born by C-section or cesarean section, the same applies: compromised cranial rhythms. This can lead to inadequate digestion, intestinal spasms, irregular peristalsis, which is the wave-like movement of the large intestine, which results in indigestion, colic, reflux, constipation, or diarrhea, etc. While this means they may also be unhappy during the day, have trouble feeding, and have other challenges, we're here to focus on sleep. Sleeping is compromised too in this case. Gas bubbles in their bellies create sore tummies and spasming intestines, and this will not allow your baby to sleep easily. They may have trouble getting to sleep and will most likely wake frequently throughout the day and night, often every 40 minutes to an hour when babies go through the lighter phase of sleep. A good solution for this can be cranial osteopathy by a registered osteopath. What's the role between gut health, probiotics, and sleep for your little person? The human gut is effectively the central control panel for the whole body. Interactions between the nervous system, immune, digestive, and endocrine systems happen in the gut 24 hours. And gut health is a vital determinant of overall health. So one of the first things we check on if a baby is not sleeping is their gut health. This whole area of the body is biochemically very active, but to simplify it for you, if their gut is happy, most likely so are they. You will want to have a think about their toilet habits. Are they going regularly? It's not normal for a baby to have either constipation or diarrhea, although it is normal for their movements to be soft and a little runny, especially if they're still on a liquid diet. I just got off the telephone from a customer who'd been consulting with a Plunket nurse because their baby hadn't gone to the toilet not even once in 10 days. They were told not to worry about this, that it's completely normal. I say it's not normal. I say it's quite common, but that it's not normal, and I would definitely want you to look into it a little bit more if that was happening for your baby. Anyway, Birth is a crucial time for the baby to be exposed to good bacteria from the mother. A baby born naturally and breastfed will have their gut colonized almost completely by bifidobacteria species within just a few days, but a baby born by C-section will likely not have been inoculated by these beneficial bacteria, and it can take up to 8 months for these beneficial bacteria to colonize properly, if at all. So for C-section babies, I recommend probiotic supplementation to improve gut and immune health. Pop down to your local health store or pharmacy and pick up some probiotics specifically for the age of your child. Rest assured, probiotics have been scientifically proven to improve many aspects of human health and well-being, including sleep. Supplementing with probiotics is very beneficial and helpful, but it must be the appropriate strain for infants. You will need to source Bifidobacterium infantis. This is the most important strain for babies. The use of probiotics in both infants and throughout pregnancy has been shown to help in the prevention of allergies and skin conditions, as well as aiding in digestion and the immune function, all of which will impact on your child's ability to get good quality sleep. As your child gets older, general probiotic supplementation will also be appropriate from 1 year onwards. Now let's talk about allergies. Allergic reactions cause a release of histamine and other chemicals to fight off the invading allergen, which can cause inflammation, sneezing, coughing, itching, and upset tummies. Allergies and low-grade sensitivities can also trigger minor reactions which may not necessarily elicit visible symptoms, but can keep your baby awake, especially at nighttime. This can lead to your baby being fussy and irritable and not sleeping very well through the night. During breastfeeding, foods in the mother's diet can often upset babies. We recommend removing dairy to begin with if this is a problem for your child, but other high-risk foods also include wheat, cabbage, broccoli, onions, garlic, chili, tomato, coffee, I know what you're thinking, kiwi fruit and/or pineapple. For older babies and toddlers, common culprits for causing allergies include dairy products, soy, egg, and nuts. There are different allergy pathways, so although maybe a baby may not have a classical IgE reaction to a food, the only allergy pathway that doctors test for in New Zealand especially, they might be reacting through IgM or IgG pathways, which are not as easily recognized. These allergies or food sensitivities can cause more subtle symptoms such as recurrent infections or catching colds all the time, runny noses, earaches, infections, headaches, tummy pain, skin problems, hyperactivity, behavioral problems, and/or sleeping issues. If you suspect your child has an allergy, we recommend seeing a naturopath for an allergy test and also giving your baby some probiotics. Timing is everything. Watch for tired cues. In newborns, this includes yawning, staring into space, screwing up their faces, turning their heads away, jerky movements, or getting upset. Newborn babies are generally only up for 45 minutes before they get tired again. Learn your baby's tired signs. For older babies, around the 6+ months, tired cues include rubbing their eyes, pulling at their ears, or scratching at their faces, loss of coordination, or loss of interest in toys. You may want to follow a flexible sleep schedule, but pro tip, don't let them get overtired, as that generally makes it even harder to get them to sleep. Develop a sleep ritual. Developing a bedtime or nap time routine is really lovely, and your baby will start to expect sleep, and with practice will begin to relax as soon as you start it. Keep it simple and loving, but be consistent. If you're exhausted and they are clean, you don't have to give them a bath every time. Change their nappy, put on some PJs, draw the curtains, read 1 or 2 books, the same number is really helpful, turn on some music if you like, but always keep to the same order. Be consistent. As they say, it won't happen overnight, but keep at it and it will pay off in the long run. As your baby grows older, it takes longer, so keep it simple. Literally speak to and tell your baby it's time to go to sleep. I tell my parents all the time, talk to your baby. Just because they're little and they can't understand every single thing that you say and they can't talk back doesn't mean they can't get the idea and the intention behind what you're doing. Newborn babies might not understand much, but by using the same key phrase over and over, by 6 and 9 months, they will know what you're saying. Talk to your baby and tell your baby, it's time to go to sleep now, good night, I love you, or something similar. And always use the same phrase every time before naps and nighttime sleeps. Calm and soothe your baby, but not to sleep. After you've finished your sleep routine, you may want you want your baby to be relaxed and happy, but you don't want them to be asleep. You may want to stroke their forehead and gently pat their tummy. And most babies like some kind of movement, like when they're in the womb, but try not to do this for too long, as they will become used to it, and a year later you'll be stuck at their bedside table still patting their tummy. So just for a minute or so, stroke or pat them and then say good night, or it's time to go to sleep, and then walk out of the room quietly. It can take around 20 minutes for a baby to fall asleep, and a little grizzling is okay, so take your time. You're developing a long-term strategy. It's okay to soothe them when they're very young, but remember, let them fall asleep by themselves. Be sure to burp your baby before putting them down to sleep. If you're feeding them and they fall asleep, you must still take the time to burp them. This is something I talk to my parents about that call up all the time. They're like, oh, but I feed them to sleep and then they're asleep and I don't want to wake them by burping them. No, they won't wake up. Pop them over your shoulder and gently burp them. It can take up to 15 minutes to get all the gas bubbles out. But if this is not done correctly, they will wake again with a sore tummy during their lighter sleep phase. So take the time to do it right the first time. Put your baby down to sleep. You actually have to put your baby down so that they can sleep if you want to teach them good sleep habits. Lay your baby on his back for the first year. Your baby may sleep on his tummy as he gets older, but it takes practice, and more practice. These are some settling tips for when your baby is upset or overtired. Swaddle your baby. This stops their arms and their legs from flailing around and it helps them to feel secure. Reassure your baby with shh, shh, shh sounds or have white noise playing. This is similar to the whooshing sounds that they used to hear in your womb. Gently patting your baby on his bottom or his back reassures him and creates a gentle rocking that helps to settle your baby. Make sure the baby's room is darkish to reduce visual stimulation, and you can give your baby 1 drop of the sleep drops for babies every minute for 10 minutes until they are calm. And now I'd like to discuss some other important considerations. One thing I'd like to say is that habits can be changed and nothing is permanent. Sometimes parents set up patterns or sleep associations in the beginning when the baby is very young and they regret it later. There are time frames when certain behaviors are appropriate for you, your baby, or your family, and what may have been okay at 1 month or 3 months is no longer okay at 6 and 9 months. You will need to navigate your way through these times according to your political, spiritual, and religious beliefs, and how much time you have, or the impact on your family and your sanity. But just remember, habits can be changed, nothing is permanent. Another really interesting topic is to cry or not to cry. Babies cannot talk, and therefore crying is a way of communicating with us that they are not happy about something. You are the parent, so you know best, but your baby may not be just crying. Establishing a circadian rhythm takes time. It can take up to 12 weeks for a regular circadian rhythm or body clock to be established by a newborn baby. Ensure your baby is exposed to natural daylight during the day and keep the room lights as dim as possible at night to stimulate production of melatonin, the hormone that keeps your baby asleep. Massage also helps the production of melatonin. Massage is also a really nice bonding activity to do with your baby after the bath or a nappy change. But circadian rhythm can take time, so when they wake up during the day, bring them outside into the daylight. When you want them to go to sleep, put them into a darker environment. Formula-fed babies. We recommend sleep drops for babies to support digestion and any intolerances to formula, and also supplementing with probiotics. You might want to look further into remedies to support this, but many babies do react to formula with reflux, spilling, constipation, and sleep disturbances. Some parents find alternating powders are helpful. There are goat formulas which are also less allergenic, and there are special formulas available from your doctor if your baby is reacting to all the other formulas available. We don't recommend full-time use of soy powders as they are estrogenic or they have a female hormone activity, especially for boys. Breastfeeding mums, ensure you eat a healthy, nutrient-rich diet and get lots of rest to make sure you make good quality breast milk to nourish your baby and to help her sleep well. Unfortunately, foods eaten by the mother can have a huge impact on the digestion of the baby. The mother can be eating foods and have a low-grade or IgG food allergy that you might not even be aware of. This can cause issues for the baby. In other instances, it can be simply that the food is too heating or the mother doesn't digest that particular food adequately. Yes, unfortunately, this is often the foods that the mother loves, such as cheese, for example. So what's the solution? Cut out these foods completely for at least 4 weeks. If you don't know which foods you're eating that your child may be reacting to, try cutting out dairy first. It is most likely this, unfortunately. Allergy testing is also available from a naturopath and useful if you're unsure which foods are affecting your baby. Thanks so much for your time today. I hope I've given you some different topics to think about and all of the different things that might be impacting on your baby. There's lots of research and information available out there, and I implore you to do all you can to research and find out everything so that you can have a happy sleeping baby. Thank you. Hi, I'm super excited about this. I know I just told you to be proactive and to go out there and do lots of reading and research, but my team and I did a review of some of the info out there, hoping to be able to point you in the right direction. And to be honest, there is so much misinformation, and 90% of it you don't even need to bother with. I mean, it's hard enough remembering where you put the keys, right? So you don't need to waste brain file space trying to cram in baby sleep info that doesn't work and won't change your life. I have put together the stuff you need. Having supported literally tens of thousands of families to get their newborn to 3-year-olds to sleep, I've collated my easy to implement strategies and helpful information for you into beautifully presented ebooks, so you'll not only enjoy reading them, but you can access them anytime. I thought I would do something really special and put all this great information together as part of a 3-step offer. I know you want your life to be better, easier, and more fun, and I know you need a sleeping baby in order to make that possible. So what is this 3 steps to a sleeping baby offer? 1, read the advice and professional information we share with you in the form of the ebooks and the videos. The good news is you've already watched one of the videos. 2, give your child the award-winning and completely natural sleep support remedy before each nap and each sleep. And 3, follow our advice. Be gentle, loving, and consistent. It doesn't get any easier than that. Although really simple, this 3 steps to a sleeping baby offer really does have all you need in it. And I know there is a lot to this offer, so to recap, it is 1 30ml bottle of sleep drops for babies worth $39.90. My all-natural formula I spent over 7 years developing, which has helped literally tens of thousands of babies already get a better night's sleep. You can be confident in giving this to your baby. It's been the #1 selling sleep remedy for babies for 4 years in a row. 1 20ml bottle of baby sleep massage oil worth $18.50. Yes, it's all natural. This custom blend of essential oils is for you to lovingly massage your baby as part of the sleep routine you're going to develop starting today. You also get a transcript of the information video, How to Get My Baby to Sleep, Crucial Information, worth $14.90, that you just watched, so you can go back and read again on the points that were relevant to your family. A Why Won't My Baby Sleep ebook worth $22.75, outlining 8 reasons or common mistakes parents make, which actually stops their baby from sleeping. You are going to want to make sure you are not making these super common mistakes. This ebook also contains a 29-point checklist or troubleshooting list of all of the things you need to check on to help your baby sleep, which is for when you're too tired to think straight. You can print it out and put it on the fridge if you like. And a Peaceful Nighttime Sleep Routine ebook worth $22.75, a step-by-step guide to helping you get a happily sleeping baby and a peaceful home. This ebook literally tells you what to do and easy steps to make your life better. This package is currently valued at a total of $118.80, but not for long. And don't worry, you don't have to pay that amount via this page today. In a nutshell, I'm giving you all that you need to get a sleeping baby. If your baby doesn't have a medical reason keeping them awake, I know together we can get your baby sleeping better. I'm making this totally amazing package valued for the local market at $118.80, available to you today for a great price of only $97. But this really can strictly be only for a limited time. I'm going to launch this special offer into the US market. And once I do, I'm putting the total package price up by an extra $100. That's right, you're getting a $197 package for only $97. It's at this ridiculously good value price because as a result of my own experience, I trained to become a naturopathic sleep specialist to make sure that no one suffers like I did. So go ahead and take advantage of this super easy and helpful offer containing all you need right now. And let's start working together to get you a happily sleeping baby right now.